Yo, yo, yo! What is going on, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another stream. Temperance, good afternoon, good morning. Anton, Muku, Fly Speed, Jai, what is up? Hope you guys are doing well. Dude Monkey, what's going on? He says fresh cut. I actually had a haircut 2 days ago, so you missed it yesterday, mate. I was wearing my hat, obviously, so sometimes you don't see it. Lewis, what's up, dude? Noah, good morning. Sheng Long, what's up? All right, what are we looking at? It's market's been a bit funny the last couple of days. I mean, we are potentially going into a World War III, so not really surprised. We are getting some funny moves, but yeah, I mean, we just gotta be patient, right? The World War concept or idea is not something that we're all used to trading. And it's how do I say it? Like, I don't want to say it doesn't last forever because we don't know how long it's going to last, but I dare say that it would probably become a little bit more normal soon if this continues on and it becomes a little bit of like a bit of everyday kind of stuff. So, while we're in this like infancy stage over these next couple of weeks, yeah, we just have to be open-minded a little bit here, I think, about what the market could do. There's really not much going on other than the fact that there was a banger trade set up in the Asia session today. Right here at my PDH, came up and took that down. The Nasdaq, you could have ran a 3-to-1. And on the ES, I think it was like, was it a 2-to-1? Yeah, it was about a 2.3-to-1. Just back down here to this this 4 o'clock candle or 4 o'clock low on this wick down here. Obviously, there were still some more equal lows down here. You could kind of target here if you really wanted to, but that was probably the trade over and done with. I'm not too sure whether you would have had the balls to keep holding it all afternoon in throughout this. I'm not sure whether it would have been worth it. So yeah, basically, I missed this because I'm still working at a job and didn't get to catch that. But I got to be honest, if I start seeing these when I go full-time next week, so tomorrow is my last day at my job, if I start seeing these when I'm trading full-time, I am going to start taking these trades. So I will be getting prepared to take them during the day, and then I will basically do either a video on them or I'll just keep my pro members up to date in Discord on them. But we do have alerts going off in Discord. Now, I don't know why I didn't fire today. I have to just check why there might be a bit of a bug there. But there was obviously some reason that I'll check it afterwards. I won't bother you guys during the stream, but there was definitely some kind of reason as to why the alert didn't trigger this morning on that Asia session to let us know. Now, it's not a signal to say go short, but, because we don't do that here. We don't give you signals. That's not what we're here for. But I do give you an alert, a signal alert to let you know that, hey, just a heads up, we've taken out the PDH or we've taken out the PDL. And that's all that it really is. We also have one for the previous week and previous week high, previous week low. That will be getting turned on soon. And so we could have caught this one had the alert come through and I was working full time and I wasn't working full time. I could have caught this today and it would be, obviously a great day so far. So we'll see how we go moving on from next week. But these don't present all the time, by the way. I mean, like, you might get maybe one a month, so they're not something that you get like all the time. But sometimes they present during Asia. And in my personal experience so far, from some of the backtesting I've done, when these happen during Asia, you know, I found more often than not it rolls over because liquidity is dying in the US session, etc. So that's really about it. Man, I've been on ES buys. It's been painful. I've been awake this whole night. Oof. Yeah, spewing. Go ahead and start. I'm here. Sinister says, bro, I'm happy you didn't take that trade. My God. Oh, the one last night? Yeah, that was, yeah. I closed it out. I stayed up for probably another 40 minutes. I had some other stuff I had to do. And I kept an eye on it every now and then. I actually closed TradingView down. I didn't even worry about looking at it. But every now and then, I quickly pulled my phone out or had a quick look at it. And I was just like, I was like, I'm glad I was out of that thing. Glad I was out of that. It just was not a good setup. I definitely made the right call to not get in. And to be honest, it was the trade copier that kind of made me think about it and really question it too, which is good. He says, well, it looks like you've had a buff of that. What is it? Ganja? I don't even know what that is. Lewis said, if I hit my TP, I'll pass my eval. Oh, where's your TP set? Sinister took a long for New York and it worked out well. Yeah, good work, dude. Yeah, obviously, clearly yesterday the longs were at play. I think we're looking back in hindsight. You know, like, I'm still learning the whole like draw on liquidity stuff myself. Like, I'm still not the best at it, but you know, I feel like I'm getting better and better. But the little bit of back testing I did in between some lunch breaks today and some like meetings and stuff like that, there was a triple top high here. So we had Thursday's like PM session high, we had Friday's high, and then we had Monday's high. So we had a triple top high here, right? Yeah. Looking back in hindsight, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Like, yeah, sure, I can see it now. Like, so we came up, we took out this triple top, well, created the triple top, we came down, we swept the liquidity on this leg here, and then we reversed, and then we started going up, creating a higher low, you know, I think I was marrying this idea here that maybe, well, we're running for this liquidity here and then we're going to roll over again. I think I was really marrying that idea. But, you know, like, okay, is now the time that we now run for the triple hot top relative equal highs? Okay, sure. Is it now? Is it? Like, I think that's the part that I'm personally struggling with my trading, is understanding these draws on liquidity. I don't know. Sometimes, like, I feel like I watch other content creators, you know, talk about draws on liquidity and all the videos that I've watched, all the notes that I have on my system. What I think gets me is more understanding what makes you think that today is the day that we run for these highs. Why is it in that candle today that we do it? And I suppose it just comes back down to the whole, well, you know, if you have a 60% win rate, that looks like Donald Trump, that drawing. I better delete that. A 60% win rate, you've only got to be right 60% of the time and be targeting a 2-to-1 and you're making bank. And I suppose that's probably just what it is. It's like, what's the chance that specifically in the US session. I know the Asia and London sessions are a little bit more trickier to kind of predict this stuff, but it's like you come into that the US session, you come down, you sweep a little bit of liquidity at the open, and then you start saying, all right, well, we're going up because we need to go tap out this liquidity up here rather than reversing. So, yeah, I think that's what I still need to practice on a little bit myself, try to figure out, like, when is that going to happen? Because I don't know if it was just me, but yesterday, the more and more I kept looking at the charts yesterday and looking at them last night, you know, there's a lot of pullback longs here, and this definitely looked like it wanted to go at least to these highs here out of that London session, bang, straight up, right? So that seemed to me like a no-brainer, and while we were here, I even said on stream, oh, this would be cool if we could just go long here. It's a bit tempting. But, you know, you just need that, you need that strategy that it's going to pay to do that, right? And I just don't want to be the guy that's leaving money on the table if I could be taking some of these trades. It just makes sense. So, yeah, I think there's a few things for me to learn there, and we'll see what kind of testing and back testing I can do. But I mean, we've wiped out those equal highs now. In the Asia session today, we just tapped into yesterday's high. I mean, look, I kind of feel like now I'm leaning towards being bearish still, right? Because we're still in this monster downtrend, I believe. If we zoom out, where was I got rid of them, but, you know, you kind of got some kind of daily trend line running through here now. So the question now is, like, is this now going to keep continuing down? We've taken out these highs. And this is where I get confused with a draw on liquidity. I mean, appreciate anyone in here who's like, you know, I know Jakku's in here. I know TG's in here sometimes. But, you know, all right, so you've taken out the triple relative equal highs, right? Cool, done. Now we've reversed, right? Are we now looking or considering the fact that we might want to come and grab these ones? Or are we just going to continue back down and grab these ones? Right? Because this is an internal range liquidity. This is external. So are we going to, like what's the thought process here? That's what I'm curious about. And I know the London session's a little bit harder to trade. I'm trying to work out whether I can incorporate this in the London session or not. That might either help me back up my idea or increase my win rate on my Asia high or Asia low short or long, to work out whether or not I believe that the model might not work out, and then I just don't take the trade because we might be going in the other direction. So yeah, really, really curious. Like, I really want to try to focus on that, work on that. Sorry for that rant. I'll try and catch up on the thingy. Hey, just needs one more 50. Good on you. Does that mean you're going to do Asia open streams? Not sure, E. At this stage, no. At this stage, no. I will be busy during the day doing other stuff, other projects, other videos. I am renovating a property as well. So I'll be busy doing that stuff. And also on top of that, like, I want to start going back to the gym. And one of the gyms I'm looking at the moment has like, you know, a session at like 9:30 in the morning, goes until 11 o'clock. So it's about an hour and a half. By the time I finish there, come back to my place, you know, have breakfast, lunch, do all my morning routine stuff, get on the charts, get on the computer. It's probably not going to be until lunchtime anyway. And then probably have to do some shopping and other bits and pieces, live stuff, do some work on the house. So yeah, I don't, at this stage, the Asia stuff would be just completely out of the question for, I would say, for at least like probably 6 months. While I'm still at this house, it'll be out of the question. But what happens after I move, I don't know. We'll see what happens. What was the entry criteria for that PDL sweep? Get smoked. Just same as always, dude. IFVG displacement, break of structure. Same as always, mate. Never heard of cannabis. Llama pattern like yesterday. Jackie says, these are not really draws on liquidity, since more often than not, there is very little liquidity to be drawn in these areas. ICD traders just call them that because they go off the premise of algorithmic hunting of retail traders, but in reality, they are just failed auctions. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a solid rant. Hey AC, I actually I saw that there was some other TikToker guy that I follow. He's in Australia as well, and he posted up something as well and was like, oh, he's like ICT posted that they've changed the algo, and I'm like what? I was like, nah. I went on X. I don't follow ICT. I do now because I went on X and actually looked up his profile, and I went and found that post that he made. Because I thought it was a troll post. And no shit, if you actually read it, the first part says in there like that, exactly that he's like, oh, like they've changed the algo. And then there's like another weird, like, I don't use X really very much. I've used it a couple of times, but I don't really use it all day, so I don't understand it fully. But there's like another secondary post underneath it that he put in and said, anyone who believes this is a degenerate. So I was like, okay. I'm like, yeah, so he's just taking the piss. He just made it up. Sup, Aussie trader? I hope you're good too, dude. I hope you're well. Top of the morning to your C100. All right. Just testing out something. So I don't know. It's probably not showing for you guys yet, I don't think. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But we officially got monetized on YouTube. Yay, congratulations. Thank you, everyone. Awesome news. And I've turned off, just give me some feedback, but I don't want to run ads on these live streams at all. I really don't. I don't want you guys getting interrupted on them because it'll always happen at the worst times. And then you'll probably ask like 400 questions again about something that you might have missed. So I have turned them off. Just make sure that that's not happening for you guys. You're not getting ads. I mean, if you are, then it'll just be YouTube doing it because I've turned it off. And what I've done is I've set up like, I don't know, I just set up like a couple of GIFs. I've set up like a couple of little small like super thanks things. So you guys will see that on your screen soon coming up. By all means, none of it is mandatory in any way, whatever else it is. I just thought it was pretty cool. I don't know anything about it because I've never done it before. So I played around with it last night and set it up. So if you see some stuff floating around or some weird shit, that's the new stuff that's come out. So yeah, there's like a super chat thing. I don't even know what the hell half it is. I really don't. But yeah, so that's pretty well it. Cool. You've got YouTube Premium, so you don't mind. If everyone had YouTube Premium, then I'd probably turn it on because it would probably be worthwhile. But it would be sucked for anyone who doesn't have YouTube Premium. And that's right, Troy. That's right, Troy. You should have done it. That's right, Troy. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's a few trades the last week that I've missed too that I've kind of gone, darn, I should have done that. Darn, I should have done that. We're all doing it, right? It's very rangy. The Be Brave B browser. What? Auto blocks ads everywhere. Jesus. I don't even think it's even worth running ads anyway on this stuff because it's like I don't even think it's even worth it anyway because like I don't think you get paid a lot. Like you're better off. I think from some stats that I read, people were like, "Oh, you're way better off not running ads and not pissing off people that want to watch you," and then like, you know, yeah, having a better user experience and having more people come through and watch your stream and then grow naturally that way through other means. So it's like, yeah, rather than trying to get you $300 a month or something out of some like ads. Sup, Elite? How are you, dude? Looks like you found that caps lock key today. Have you guys seen this? This popped up on my feed today. I wanted to show you this. There is a YouTube channel that live streams a live countdown to the next Red Folder news event. Yo, Zed Concept, what's up? This is hilarious. This is it. This is all it does. You can't even fast forward it. You can't rewind it. It'll just only play at live. And it literally has a countdown to when the next non-farm payroll is. No wonder why hard drives and RAM's getting more expensive. That's gold, man. All right, let's have a look at some news while we dance around in this range again. I was really hoping this week was going to give us some good price action, and at this stage, we are now 4 days in, and it's looking pretty average. Unemployment claims at 8:30, which we get this every week, so it's probably quite irrelevant at the moment. I wouldn't really care too much about it. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a gnarly day with the non-farm payroll. The old NFP. Tomorrow will be gnarly. And yeah, that's pretty well it. That's literally all there is. I don't have Bookmap loaded tonight. I forgot to load it. So we'll just use these guys' ones for now. But there are some orders down here at 68.40. I wouldn't say they're huge orders. 114 block. So nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy at all. And then we've got the NASDAQ, which the NASDAQ's been empty pretty well all week. My dog's just like walking under the table and smashing all my cables. Just wait for everything to disconnect. And then we got the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ's been pretty well empty. We have these orders building up at 24,980, slowly building up. So they haven't been there for a while. I'm not really a fan of it when they only just start building up like that, because they just might just get rug pulled, because obviously it's just session liquidity only. So there's nothing really too large on here either. So if I just go to the NAS, where we say it was 24,980. Yeah, this is basically Asia low. So that would just give me more conviction there that if price comes down here and just taps that, then, you know, if my Asia short starts to play, my Asia low long plays out, well then, yeah, I might be interested in taking a long. Yeah. And then I could tap into that. These 4-hour candles look pretty wacko though. You pretty well have this almost trying to form, right, a morning star, and it's clearly failed. It's clearly failed here, and it's come all the way back down to grab that. So, yeah, I'm definitely personally not liking the idea of longing this thing at the Asia low if this thing actually plays out. Only because I just feel like this is so rolly right now. And we still have all this lower level resistance of liquidity down here that we might just want to come and grab. I wouldn't say I'm feeling too bullish today at this stage. We'll go out to the 4 hours, see if there's any FVGs that we can all see. We've pretty well filled that one, and we're trying to collapse this one. So we have the, what would we call that? First presented from yesterday. And then there's another one down here as well. Yep, that's pretty well it. We'll go to the 1 hour. We're still holding this one at the moment, but I think she wants to punch through. And there's a 1 hour FVG that lines up with the 4 hour down here. And this one's already been rebalanced. But theoretically there is that 1 hour that held yesterday, but it's technically already been balanced and touched into, so when we get back to it, it'll very likely get disrespected, I would say. So yeah, I'm not really too keen on looking for longs here if we come out of this Asia low. My old Asia sweep strategy this week has not really been the best play to take. I think I can't remember what Monday's was. Was Monday? Because Monday I missed that trade, but that was not an Asia low sweep. That was a PDL sweep, wasn't it? Oh no, maybe it was. Oh no, it was. Okay, so we've had 1 for 3 this week. So yeah, Monday was an Asia low sweep, and then we ran up. Yeah, so Monday was fine. Tuesday, unfortunately, didn't work. It was the New York London sweep that worked. And what was last night? Last night was nothing. Last night was just a trend day. Technically, we had that very late entry, but it was outside of my window, so I need to change this grey background because it's actually not representing my window 100% because it runs all the way to 9:30. So yeah, yesterday, technically no trade. That was a US trade, but I'll have to try to catch those when I've quit my job and we go out of daylight saving. I might be able to start catching these ones. But yeah, Monday was good, but I didn't take the trade. I hesitated and I didn't press the bloody button. So yeah, so theoretically we should be one for two, one trade in 2 days, with technically no trade and no trade. Actually, there was a trade here, I think, wasn't there, in the US? We did take this one. I took this one here, and then I killed it, didn't I, just before thinking. So yeah, so we would be 1 for 1 this week. No trade yesterday, technically, and then we'd be coming in today. So it's not too bad. Just feels like I haven't taken a trade or I haven't really done anything. That's all. Feels like a bit of a dead week, but we still got 2 days to go. Still got today and tomorrow. Yeah, we also just took the previous day high. You're looking for shorts today. Is NASDAQ looking to buy? Don't think so, dude. I think we're looking for shorts, man. Need 200 to pass your evals. That should be pretty straightforward. At this stage, we're in a downtrend. We're creating lower highs and lower lows. I would say if you're trading evals, I would just wait for a break of structure and then a pullback and a retest of an FVG for further continuation. Troy says, wondering how the Asia low sweep plays in 20 plus VIX environments. Lars says, we are going down. We're going down. What ticker symbol are you using for the VIX, Troy? Because I don't think it's under VIX, right? It's not. Yeah, I didn't think it was. Oh, that's under crypto anyway. What is that? VIX ES. What? Is it? No. Can't be under that. Oh, the volatility index. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Fair enough. Hello? Let's try again. Is this the one or is this the wrong code? I don't know why it's not loading for me. No, there it is. Oh, good. So what did you say? Under 20%? In plus 20% environments. Plus 20%. Plus 20. well, it might be a good idea for me to maybe download that data and I'll have a look at it. Try and see if I can code something up to analyze it, and I'll see what it says. Always open to ideas on what it could be. Even the US dollar, who knows? Maybe it could be. Maybe my strategy could be linked to the US dollar as a better outcome. Who knows? Who knows? Mate, I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to be long in this thing, I don't think, but technically. Sorry, wrong screen. There you go. I'll just mark that out. It's not a very clean lower high. And yeah. Interesting. Probably keep going down. Keep an eye on it. See what it does. Why is Steam loaded? I don't need Steam loaded. Just chewing up resources. Sick. What's up, Adam? Welcome back to another stream, my man. This week's been very interesting. Very interesting this week. It's been a bit chilled out and relaxed. Nothing too crazy going on here. The old London sessions have been a bit average. But that's what happens when old Donald Trump wants to start sending rockets all over the place. Start blowing up ships. It's funny, we always go through these periods because, like, you go to the US session back, like, a couple of months back and just before Christmas, and it was, like, really bad to trade the US session. It was just, like, crazy wiki action, not very clean, and the London and Asia sessions were just mint as. And then January was really good. February was okay at the start and then got worse as the month went on. And then now, this week, Jesus, like, I don't know, US and London together have just been on fire, creating really good ranges, right? Down we go. Buys or sells? Potential reverse for buys? I don't think so, dude. I think this is going to be pretty short-lived here. This is going to be pretty short-lived, my man. We don't have displacement either, dude. So we really, like, we don't always need it, but majority of the time we get it. So we really need an IFVG of some sort to be presented down at this Asia low. We don't have it yet. So, yeah. Who knows? It might happen down here. We might get down to this 1 hour fair value gap or this 4 hour first presented, and then maybe we might bounce here. We might just create lower highs, higher lows, all the way down, and then eventually we might be able to find a spot. But at this stage, the prior day high short was definitely the best one for sure. That was just banger this morning, right up here. You could still be in that thing right now, really, just holding through this. Lewis said he's in buys. He really wants to see it go up. Yeah, good luck. First of all, we need to see an IFVG or an FVG get created on the 5-minute time frame on the leg down. That's the first thing I want to see. And then I want to see some form of lower high get presented somewhere around here. Anywhere here is fine. So a lower high. There's your next lower high there. So it'd be good to put in another one around here. And during that process, it would be also really lovely if we invert that FVG at the same time. Right? They're very good setups. And then that'll become an IFVG. And then my last confirmation is just waiting for a break of structure. So your break of structure comes from that last lower high. You come down, you come up, you create your lower high, you come down for one more sweep. You either come down for a full sweep and then go, or you come down and then you stop here at the FVG and IFVG, and then you reverse, break of structure, and then you go long at the break of structure, stop loss below the low, and you take that on the way back up. That's essentially what I look for. I look for it at the PDH, the PDL, the Asia high, the Asia low. But, you know, I do have stats on my Asia low longs. You'll be surprised they actually have a very low win rate. They're only just profitable, only just. So, however, with more and more backtesting I do, I find that the Asia low usually ends up tagging into the previous day low quite a lot. And then you get the previous day low and the Asia low. So you get kind of like a double in one, and those things rip. Happened the other day. I think it happened last week. And yeah, they were really cool. I can't remember where it was. Was it last week? Might have even been the week before. Yeah, I reckon it was the week before. Yeah, I think it was that Tuesday. Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good when you catch them. Problem is, like everything with that stuff, like, when you test it over like 300 trades, mate, there's only like 20 trades that make it all the way back to the PDH in the same day. And if you held all of your trades for like 2 years trying to hold a PDH, you'd be a broke trader. You wouldn't make any money. So you gotta play with the with the statistics, because it's like, cool, yeah, okay, I can hit a home run, but if I'm not paying bills, then it doesn't really make any sense, right? The ping pong strap. You guys are hilarious. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Give me a sec. Hello, motherfucker. It's an R18 channel, guys. Chop City. Didn't the 5-minute 3 p.m. candle make an FVG? Yes. Yep, it did. It's right. It is right there. So there you go. You just straight up just go short there, short like that. That's it. winning formula right there. In fact, that's actually, I think that's probably a 15-minute FVG, inverted FVG. There you go. That's a 15-minute IFVG right there. Lower high, lower high, lower high. That's not really a lower low yet. Kind of is. Kind of is, actually. It's a bit ugly, but anyway. So all it's doing is just selling down. But, you know, this is very accumulation style going on right now. Do not want to be involved inside this box. So what would be really nice well, if we want Asia high to be taken and then another sweep, that would be excellent. But I think that's unrealistic at this point. I gotta be honest, I wouldn't be surprised. At this point in time, I would not be surprised whether or not I actually, like, apart from obviously taking that aggressive entry on Tuesday, I wouldn't be surprised whether or not I don't even get a trade at all for the rest of this week, which would be shit. But at the end of the day, if that means I get to keep my capital and just worry about trading next week, then so be it. I'm still doing more testing on the continuation stuff too. I think I might be getting somewhere with it. But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Elite. 100% it is. E says, why is wealth charts so fucking difficult to use? That's pretty funny. I actually have never used it. I haven't seen a video on it. I haven't seen a screenshot of it. To be honest, I actually never even knew what the hell it was until about probably 6 months ago when I was piss farting around trying to work out something on Apex's website regarding the accounts. And I then went to go buy 5 accounts, I think. And I went through to the page and the page looked a bit different to what it normally looked like. And I happened to be on the wealth charts page. I was almost about to buy accounts for the wealth charts. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't want to do that. I didn't even know what wealth charts are. So then I quickly had a little nosy at like what it was. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's some other platform. And then I just left it. So, yeah, there you go. I think someone else said in the chat last night that they don't like wealth charts either. Aussie Trader says, isn't that the unicorn model where an IFVG and a FVG overlap? I don't know what a unicorn model is, but I do know that I think some of the ICT boys call it a BPR, balance range profile, if the two of them overlap each other. But I don't know. I've done some back testing on it. It doesn't really, like, from what I've seen, when the two FVGs overlap each other or touch each other, I have found that the reversal is much stronger, and it seems to just kind of continue pretty handsomely in the other direction. So yeah. Morning time, Taylor. If we invert this 15-minute FVG, probably. It's just in it it's in the middle of this whole complete range right now. It's just not. Yeah, I wouldn't have the answer for that. We are just literally range bound in here right now. So you got to remember there is this 1 hour FVG here too. So we might want to maybe come up and just tap into that quickly before we head back down. But if we don't come back up here and tap into it, then they didn't need to balance it, right? They can just keep melting away. I'm not taking this trade, but I'm just curious to see if that'll work. There's no IFVG. Technically, that's a break of structure. It's just happened in such a short range. It would have been nice to see an FVG form somewhere here or anywhere in this leg, but there's just nothing there. There's nothing on the 3 minute either. Yeah. It's all good. I took one of the... I'll be honest, I hesitated on taking this same setup on Monday and it ended up being a winner. But they don't always end up being winners. So let me watch me not take it again and watch this be a winner. Yeah, ETH. I mean, if you think it is, then it might be. It's just it's not really that manipulation that you want because it's already dropped here. So you got to include that, in my opinion, if that's the accumulation. So I don't know. I just don't like these little wick outs like this, and then a pump. I want to see like proper displacement. We saw it last night. I'll show you where it was last night. Right here. This was really good last night. This is the trade that I entered and then I exited pretty well straight away because I was like, nah. I was like, that. I know what that is. It's right here. So you had this kind of accumulation. Looks better on the 3 minute. So you had this kind of like accumulation pattern. And then I'll go back to the 5 minute because the displacement's better on the 5 minute. But here, this was just beautiful. Like, we had not retested this 4-hour FVG that was here. We hadn't retested it. And yeah, we just melted straight out of here. There's an IFVG. And then there was another little baby one down here. Right? Then you created an FVG on that leg, which created that BPR. And then went long. But by this point, I was tired and I wanted to go to bed. Fuck me, this trade. I did this on Monday. Better fucking pull back. Do not keep going. Yeah. So, that was it last night. So that was your kind of accumulation, your manipulation, and then bang, your distribution. Look at that. Like, that was pretty clean. That was really clean. That was really clean. But I just don't have confidence taking these trades. I don't have confidence taking these trades like in the middle of an uptrend, in the middle of the middle or the end of the Asia session, so late in the day, coming into news events at 8:15. I just don't have the balls to take that. I don't have any testing on it. I have nothing on it. If I took that trade, it would just be me having a random guess. Fuck me, this trade is like, I should have taken the bloody thing. Boys, I've done it again. Here comes your 1 hour FVG retest. Fuck me, I've done it again. Please fail here and just rotate and make me happy. I think I need to shut my mouth. Fuck it hell. Well, until it hits TP, I have no words. You got it at 25,950. Oh, nice. That's still pretty good. That's 60 points, man. That's not bad. Not bad. Looking a bit weak up here. Nope, nah. That's pretty bullish. Holy fuck. What's it going to do? Is it going to run? I need to see this through. Ah, jeez. Almost there. Almost there. Oh my God. That's 2 trades this week. There's 2 trades this week. I didn't press the button, boys. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. There you go. That's what trading does to you guys. It'll spit you up. It'll chew you out. It'll mince you. It'll turn your brains inside and out. Absolute dog. Not a single bit of drawdown. That was literally bang entry right at the close of that 5-minute candle. You guys saw me mark it out live. That was it. Bang, straight to TP, man, the whole way. Damn. Thanks, living life. I would much rather everyone in chat right now be going, congrats on the win, but I didn't press the bloody buy button. I didn't really have displacement on the bottom leg. I did this on Monday too. Hesitated, didn't really have displacement. Let's go find Monday's trade. I'll show you Monday's. Like, fuck's sake. Exactly the same thing happened Monday, man. I probably should have just taken the fucking trade. Right there. But there was no displacement. Same thing again. Exactly the same thing. You had your 2-hour low there. It got swept at 3 o'clock. There was your 3 o'clock sweep. Right? Your break of structure. Your lower high. Your lower low. Your lower high. Right there. There's your break of structure. And then, like, just a solid, clean break. Exactly the same fucking trade. Right there. Bang. 2-1. See ya. That was Monday. But the weird wacko thing on Monday, on live stream, I said to you guys, we actually have a new week opening gap. We have a new week opening gap up here. Right here. And I said, oh, I think if I was in this trade, I would be probably willing to maybe shave half off at full TP and then just go break even and just let the other half run all the way to the new week opening gap into US. But no, I didn't enter the fucking trade. And I did the same thing again tonight. Awesome. Awesome. Well, there's a lot of money left on the table for me. I'm going full time next week. I need that money. I need to pay me bills, boys. It's bullshit. Oh. Anyway, move on. Quick now, short. See you, Lewis. Have a good one, man. Oh, well. You win at trading when you have more than a 2-to-1 risk to reward, and you are right more than 55% of the time. What are you waiting for? Full TP? Weren't you were in a long, right? We just took out that Asia high. I got to be honest. Yeah, that's a full sweep of the range. That's a full sweep of that entire Asia range. I have to check my notebook because I've slightly forgotten what happens after we do a full sweep of the range in London. I don't even know where it is. I have to search it up. Oh, here we go. I think it might be in here. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through my Bible that I've made up. Thought I had it written in here somewhere. No, maybe it don't. Zar Trader, did you take it? Congrats to anyone who took it. Like, congrats. Congrats. Beautiful. Beautiful. Damn. Well done, boys. Well done. All right, guys. Who got on that short? Saw a few of you did. Took the short. Beautiful. 20 points. Feeling lucky. I took that short as well and made my loss from last night back. GG. Congrats, Jai. Well done. well done, fellow gamblers. GG. Oh, God. Well done. So, I got some really bad news. Because I didn't make money on that trade, guys, I'm going to have to turn ads on now. All right? We need to start making some money. And the only way I can make money as being a fake trader who trades simulated money, we're going to have to turn the ads on, all right? So you guys will have to sit through hours and hours of ads. And then hopefully I can put food on the table next week. Trading's not real. Doesn't exist. Shit. Taking all donations. Links down in the bio. I got a sick child behind me. Yeah, that's it. Everyone do a super chat as well, and nah, it's all good. That's hilarious. Oh well. Spewer missed it. Absolutely spewing. I did not press that button. It is what it is. But in saying that, as much as so I can't find my note on my playbook. I swear I've got it somewhere. I thought it was in here. But I can't find it. So I did have a note somewhere. I vaguely remember it in the top of my head. But typically what I usually find is after London has swept the Asia high and the Asia low, so it's taken out both sides of the range, and it's come back inside the range on London. Typically what I find is there's really no other setups after that for me. And it ends up just being a dead session until either until 8:30 news or 9 o'clock open. So it's wiped out Asia low. It's ran all the way to Asia high already, super quick in the first hour and a half of the stream. There's really nothing I can add to this session anymore, guys, in terms of entertainment is probably all I can offer you, but at this stage there's nothing else. Like, that was a one and done trade, which unfortunately I didn't take. And some of you did, which is excellent to see. Well done. And I got nothing else to add to today's session. So if you guys don't have any further questions, then I am just going to go and cry with my teddy bear on the bed and leave you guys to it, and I'll see you all tomorrow. But no, I've got some other shit I got to do anyway. So I got other stuff to do. I got some back testing stuff to sort out. I got some stuff to sort out for Discord, ready for next week. I got to make a video still for YouTube, which I've been neglecting. And so I'll probably go do that, and we'll go from there. Did I get the trade at 8:30? No. I wish I did, but I'm still working till tomorrow's my last day at my job. Tomorrow's the last day. I got a pretty busy day tomorrow. I've got to wrap up some finalize some more project stuff. I pretty well did most of it today. I just got a couple of things to do, and then I'm going out for lunch with some work colleagues in the afternoon and saying goodbye to all of them. And then that's pretty well it. But I did most of it today, so so from next week onwards, we should be good. Also, I'm not sure why, but my API integration did not send through the PDH alert to me and to the Discord today for that PDH. I've got to look into why it didn't. I'm assuming it's just the time zone. It must have the time zone wrong. So that's all good. I'll fix that little bug. Hopefully I'll do that tonight, actually. And then next week, it'll be full-time streaming, full-time trading, no more job. Yes, I have some side projects that I'm working on that it will take up some of my time, but I'll be a lot more dedicated come into next week. So, yeah. Thanks, Living Life. Appreciate it. Wish you all the best luck and kick ass with the trading journey. I'd love to go through that journey with you, brother. Good luck. Thank you very much, Living Life. I appreciate it. You can, man. You can. 3 a.m. New York daily. We'll be on here. And, we'll, like I said, it should be a lot more fun coming into next week. All right, guys. I'll leave you guys to it. You take care. If you've already taken trades and you've already made money today, maybe you should call it a one and done too. You can come into tomorrow ready for non-farm payroll day, and we'll see if we can get a trade tomorrow night ready for the weekend. All right, peace out, guys. You guys take care, and we'll chat soon.